Hi, I'm Cami Downs, and I've been drawing since I can remember. I was raised in a maker family in rural Kansas. Making things has always been just part of living. My parents and grandparents sketched ideas, treasured tools and materials, and completed many projects. My mom is an exceptional seamstress who taught me to sew at a very early age and has inspired my creativity. I have watched as both my grandmother's hands quilted, embroidered, and created delicious foods. My grandpa's carpentry shop smelled of fresh cut wood for cabinets and airboats. My dad's shop was filled with his handiwork, from hunting arrows to bench made knives. Creating happened all around me. At the same time, my family's love for nature spilled over into my creative experiences. As a child, my father instilled in me a respect for nature. I remember Dad pointing out that nature was both dangerous and beautiful, all at the same time. The many hours playing along lakes and rivers of Kansas, Missouri provided a very creative spiritual space for me. This environment laid a strong foundation for my creative feminist identity, which is reflected in my art practice and has fueled a passion for promoting arts in the community. In my heart, I know the natural world has hidden wisdom and resources. I'm troubled by humanity's lack of responsibility to care for the natural world. The benefits of being in tune with nature have been traded for a culture that manipulates nature on the altar of expediency, waste, and mankind's unquenchable desires. My work speaks about the relationship between the seen and unseen. Much of my work expresses a duality. I create drawings of medicinal herbal plants that have had a profound physical healing effect on me, and at the same time, plants, roots, and seeds create visceral metaphors for mental health. I include the whole plant with roots as a metaphor for systemic healing without harm. The hand stitch details represent hours of slow hand stitching parallel to the slow, disciplined process of healing the natural way. Patience is required to personally create optimal health. Reframing, meditation, and practicing gratefulness have been personally helpful to my mental and spiritual growth. Our accomplishments, outlook on life, and behavior mostly grow from that gut-wrenching, dirty work of developing a thought life that serves us. Our mental resilience can be strengthened by planting these strategies beneath the surface of our mind. Slow hand stitching portrays that daily patience required to set new habits. Each stitch is created intuitively without a pattern, but at the same time very intentional. My art practice involves a slow process, which includes creating local plant dyes. The dye process is always a magical experience. It's as if I'm working with inspirited plants that play along and with a mind of their own. Once fabrics are dyed, I choose a back and top piece to give a nod to the feminine art of quilt making. It is important to combine recycled material with a bit of new fabric to reconcile new with old. I use water-soluble graphite and inks to draw medicinal plants with the roots to represent the relationship of the seen to the unseen. Fabrics are then stitched together with threads dyed with natural dyes. Many stitches are sewn in tandem with the contour lines of each plant, while other stitches express features or plant's energy. I cut away shapes in either the top or back of the fabric piece so that transparency can be achieved with lighting. The natural world is truly a healing place where I feel closer to God. Plants represent beauty and healing to me. Throughout history, patrons have supported artists and their work. Without individual support, visual art achievements have waned, and I believe the same is true for today. I would love to have you join with me in my art practice. You can do this by enlisting in a membership level here on Patreon.